Imagine waking up to the sound of bombs. And by nightfall, your entire country is under attack. On May 10th, 1940, Nazi Germany launched a lightning-fast invasion into Belgium, Luxembourg, and the Netherlands. A bold, imagine waking up to the sound of bombs. And by nightfall, your entire country is under attack. On May 10th, 1940, Nazi Germany launched a lightning-fast invasion into Belgium, Luxembourg, and the Netherlands. A bold move that would collapse Western Europe in weeks. But how did it happen so fast? And why did France fall so easily? In this video, we break down the real strategy, the devastating moments, and the untold consequences of one of the most shocking invasions of World War II. If you love history, strategy, and stories the textbooks never told, hit that subscribe button and join us on this journey through the battlefield of truth. Battle of France and Belgium. Battle of France, May-June 1940. After the start of World War II with the invasion of Poland, Germany briefly organized its military to crush France and Belgium. On May 10, 1940, Germany launched an offensive into Belgium, the Netherlands, and France using the famous Blitzkrieg strategy. The Ardennes offensive, the unthinkable path. The German strategy was to attack through the Ardennes, a mountainous region of mountains and forests. Many French soldiers and the British expeditionary force BV understood that the enemy would not be able to cross this area. However, the Germans sent tanks and aircraft through the area at high speed. They crossed the Meuse River at Sedan and struck the southern flank of the French army. The quick surrender and the Dunkirk escape, the French and BEF were cut off from their supply lines. The German army blocked their escape route at Dunkirk. However, deciding not to fully attack the troops trapped at the border, the British launched Operation Dynamo to help ferry over 330,000 British and French soldiers out of Dunkirk under German air attack. Result: France surrendered on 22 June 1940. The country was divided into two parts. The north was controlled by Germany. The south was controlled by Vichy France, which collaborated with Germany. Germany occupied French territory and used the country's resources in the war. Historical significance: an event that brought about a morale boost in France after the crushing defeat, demonstrated the effectiveness of the Blitzkrieg strategy. The mutual aid between British and French soldiers at Dunkirk became a national story in Britain. France was placed under German control for several years. The French defeat in World War II was swift and unbelievable. The beginning of the offensive. On 10 May 1940, Germany launched an offensive into Western Europe, invading Belgium, Luxembourg, and the Netherlands. The French and British Army, BEF, moved to support Belgium, expecting the Germans to attack along the same lines as in World War I. However, the Germans devised a secret plan, the Manstein Plan, which divided their main forces into the Ardennes mountains to attack the southern French lines. 2. The breakthrough of the Ardennes and the breakdown of the defenses. The Germans used panzer tanks and Luftwaffe aircraft to break through the French defenses in a short time. The French reliance on the Maginot Line proved to be a strategic mistake, as they did not expect the enemy to break through the Ardennes so quickly. The Germans completed the separation of the French and British armies in the north. 3. Dunkirk evacuation. The BF and nearly 330,000 French troops were trapped on the northern coast of France. The British launched Operation Dynamo to aid the escape. More than 800 boats were used to help bring the troops back to England. The operation was a historic success, but marked a general failure. 4. Surrender of France. On June 14, 1940, German troops occupied Paris. On June 22, 1940, France signed the armistice at Compiègne Forest, the site of Germany's surrender in World War I. France was divided into two parts. The north and Paris were occupied by Germany. Vichy France in the south, led by Philippe Pétain, collaborated with Germany. 5. Historical significance. France, a superpower, was forced to surrender by Germany in less than 7 weeks. Demonstrates the destructive power of Blitzkrieg. Tactics and the enemy's unpredictability. This defeat led to the abandonment of hope in Western Europe and showed that no one could stay out of the war.